What do you think, guys? Dow Jones, what will happen in Dow Jones? Hello, 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 everyone. Where are you all? Dow Jones, S&P 500, Nasdaq, small cap 2000. Do you think tariff is going to change anything? Well, do you think tariff is going to change anything? Hello guys, we are live. Dow Jones, S&P 500, Nasdaq, small cap 2000, and S&P VIX is coming down. Market is not panicking. Dow Jones, S&P 500, Nasdaq, small cap 2000, S&P 500 VIX. What do you think about today's market? What do you think about today's market? Comment. Dow Jones looks good, S&P 500 looks good, Nasdaq looks good, small cap 2000 looks good. They are flat, trading flat. S&P 500 VIX trading flat. VIX is 5% down. Nothing is panicking. Market is not in panic. Nasdaq is 127 points up. What do you think about today this month? Will market close positive about after Donald Trump's tariff? Will inflation go high in USA? Tell me, will inflation go high? What do you wanna say? Will inflation go high? Dow Jones is trading flat, S&P is trading flat, Nasdaq flat 0.63%. Why is Nasdaq moving up? What do you think, guys? Hello guys. Nvidia becomes first country to reach 4 trillion market cap amid AI boom. First company to reach 4 trillion market cap. Nvidia becomes first company to reach 4 trillion market cap amid AI boom. TSX higher as investors are US tariffs developments. Lagrange to acquire majority stake in Congelec for 254 million euros. William Blair starts Wingstop at outperform on steady growth and expansion. Energy X agrees to acquire 35,000 acres Arkansas lithium deposit for $40 million. Ford Automotive downgraded to BB by S&P on higher leverage. Jeffries says the stocks may gain on report of scrapped UK journal pricing plan. Europe stocks rise as trade negotiations remain in focus. So, what do you want to tell about the recent announcement of Trump's tariffs on Philippines, Brunei, Moldova, Iraq, Algeria, and Libya? Hugging Face and Poland Robotics launched 29 $299 Recommended robot. 30% tariff on goods from Sri Lanka. Just imagine. Third world country. 30% tariff. What is this country exporting to USA? Rather than tea, that too organic. You people will be healthy after drinking that tea. Organic tea. Trump imposes tariff letters to 6 countries, imposing up to 30% duties. Microsoft and OpenAI relationship faces new challenges as OpenAI model nears the verge. What the verge has said. Okay, let's see. Let's see what verge has said. Microsoft and OpenAI complex partnership is heading towards a potential turning point as OpenAI prepares to release an open weight language AI model as early as next week, according to The Verge. The new model will be available through multiple cloud providers beyond Microsoft Azure, including Hugging Face and other major platforms, according to the sources familiar with the OpenAI plans. This development comes as the two companies are renegotiating a contract that would allow OpenAI to restructure into a for-profit entity. Might be they might be increasing the subscription price to increase the revenue. There is no other way. Only increase the subscription price. You will increase the revenue. Unlike OpenAI's typical closed weight model where weights aren't publicly available, the new open weight model will enable companies and governments to run the AI independently on their own systems. They might be providing the API just like what Google Studios has. Google has done with AI Studios. The same process. The API will be provided, and people will use that platform to integrate it with in their website, and similar kind of process will continue. Sources describe the upcoming model as similar to O3 Mini. Okay, this is the OpenAI something ChatGPT model. Reasoning capabilities that may have made OpenAI recent models powerful. OpenAI has reportedly been demonstrating this open model to developers and researchers over recent months while actively seeking feedback from broader AI community. The multi-platform release strategy represents a significant shift from OpenAI exclusive partnership with Microsoft and could potentially create additional tension between the two companies as they work through their ongoing contract negotiation. Just look at it. This article was generated with the support of AI and reviewed by editor. The same thing if any blogger does, writes the content with an AI, the article doesn't rank and Google will de-index that article just because it was written with an AI. And just because investing.com has a domain authority, he can use AI and write in a description that it is reviewed by an editor. This much is enough to ensure and to comply with the terms and conditions of the efficiency of this article. So here on any bloggers, if you are watching, just look at it. If you write this three line at the end of your article, your blog, your article will rank in the Google. So this is a tip. Even it is a finance domain, I have provided something out of the box. This can be used. Today's big story is Nvidia becomes the first company to reach 4 trillion market cap amid AI boom. Gemini Technologies stick up on Trump's comment. Okay, the facts box has written an article. Where does the US gets its copper? So let's look at it. Where does the US gets its copper from? Copper wire. US President Donald Trump on Tuesday said he planned to announce a 50% tariff on copper imports later in the day, surprising a global industry whose output is critical to the electric vehicles, military hardware, semiconductor, and wide range of consumer goods. Trump in February had ordered a probe into possible copper tariffs with November deadline as a part of an effort to rebuild US production of the metal. It was unclear whether the investigation, which was intended to evaluate imports of raw mined copper, copper concentrates, copper alloy, or scrap copper and derived products, has now concluded. US Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick said on Tuesday the duties would likely be put in place by the end of July or August 1. Here is what you need to know about US copper imports. The United States produces domestically just over half the refined copper it consumes each year. More than two-thirds of that is mined in Arizona, where the development of the massive new mine has become stalled for more than a decade. The remaining refined copper, just shy of a million metric tons annually, is imported. While the White House framed the new tariff as a way to counter China's dominance of the global market, the United States, in fact, imports most of its refined copper from the Americas, Chile, Canada, Peru, accounted for more than 90% of the refined copper import last year, according to the United States Geological Survey (USGS). Global production. Global production, it is prominent that US dominates global copper refining, but most of the ore that feeds into the smelters into mined elsewhere, in particular in Latin America, Chile and Peru together mined roughly a third of the total copper last year according to the USGS. However, China is expanding its control over the world copper mining through its major investment in mines in Democratic Republic of Congo. So China has acquired something in DRC, so he is extracting everything and exporting to the world. The DRC is now the world's second largest copper miner after overtaking Peru, due in large part of massive Chinese investment in the African counting mining sector. So Chinese are going to Africa to mine. This Chinese copper smelter sector dwarfs all other. The country had dozens of copper smelters operating last year. Meanwhile, the United States only two primary copper smelters according to the USGS. Then why so drama? Today's big story: Nvidia becomes the first company to have touched $4 trillion market cap amid AI boom. Okay, this is something boom by Bloomberg. Apple to debut its first upgraded version Vision Pro as soon as 2025. Okay, by the end of 2025 we will be getting the upgraded version of the Vision Pro. Earning call transcript Fair and Technology quarter 2 misses EPS earning per share forecast. Okay, earning call transcript Nubo fasting to see strong quarter 2 2025 gains. Okay, earning call transcript Kongsberg reports strong quarter 2 2025 revenue growth. Her test system quarter foot sees revenue dip, stock climbs. Those stock climbs because the big parties are holding the stock, they are pulling it up. Apple is bringing its upgraded version Pro as Vision Pro in 2025. By the end of 2025, we'll be getting an upgraded version of Vision Pro. Six countries might be the smaller countries with 30% duties. Which are the countries? Okay, just look at the countries: Algeria, Brunei, Iraq, Libya, Moldova, and Philippines. Just imagine 30% tariff, 25% of Brunei, Moldova, 20% of Philippines. No need to export anything to US. 30% tariff. Oh God. Just think about the inflation that the US will be getting. That we will be getting. Just think about the inflation. S&P 500 climbs as Trump tariff drag eases. What is there in it? Let's check. The US stock rose Wednesday, rebounding after a couple of negative sessions as investors assess the latest trade negotiation ahead of the release of the minutes from the last Federal Reserve meeting. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 200 points or 0.5. The S&P 500 index rose 30 points or 0.5%. I don't know what Trump is going to do with the COPA. The president also raised the prospect of a 50% tariff on imported copper in latest sign that his aggressive trade agenda involves not just the countries but specific sector as well. Copper is particularly crucial metal who is applied to vehicle production, military hardware, power grid and infrastructure and more. Fed minutes. I don't know what Fed is going to do. Will the interest rate come down? Will the Fed cut interest rate? Powell? What do you think, Powell? Jeremy Powell, the president, touted a study by the Council of Economic Advisors which claimed that his tariffs had not pushed up inflation so far because the inflation will go up after 2 months. Just wait and watch. After a full-fledged inflation uh, tariff is made in every country. Now the stock items are sold in the US market. When the stock will go out and the new purchases will be done in next 2 to 3 months, US is going to be affected by inflation. No doubt. No doubt self production, self empowerment of the country will happen. But what about the inflation? What do you think about the eggs prices? Have you seen the egg prices? Just look at what Goldman says. Goldman Sachs strategies see limited upside for equities in near term. Yes, tariffs will bring inflation. Inflation will lead to lack of demand, less of revenue, and companies will then higher the prices just to meet their cost and to maintain their margins. They argue that equity valuation often tend to overshoot in late cycle environments, particularly with negative inflation momentum outside the US. But for the near term, the strategists caution that the probability of equity drawdown is now larger than the large rally. Crude, crude slips. Why is crude falling? Because the war hasn't. Today's breaking news is Nvidia becomes first company to reach 4 trillion market cap amid AI boom. Solitix to launch Market Pulse at IFX Expo International 2025. Microsoft touts 500 million in AI savings while slashing jobs. Just look at it. Just look at it. AI is replacing the people. Who is going to buy Microsoft products? Who is going to use Windows? If people will have no money, no job, are people going to back to the AI? Are people going to beg? Are people going to be beggars? They will lift their hand and pay us, we want to have food. Let's look at the currencies. Canadian dollars fall to lowest level since June 25 on Trump tariffs. It was about to happen. It would happen. If tariff was to be made on Canada, this was about to happen. Because most of the revenue or the country earns most of the money from selling USA is Canada. The nearest sharing border. UBS raises pound focused on UK fiscal challenges. Swedish krona forecast adjusted amid central bank policy shift. S&P 500 surges of fresh Trump tariff bits. Fed minutes in focus. The main Wall Street average had started the week on back foot afoot after US President Donald Trump sent letters to several major economies outlining trade tariffs against them, while also postponing the effective date of his tariffs to August 1 from July 9. S&P 500 surges of fresh Trump tariff bids. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 83 points, 0.2%, S&P 500 Index 0.3%, and Nasdaq 100 climbed 0.6%. The market is almost trading flat. WTI crude 68, Brent crude 70, gold 3321, natural gas 3184, silver 36, Bitcoin is trading above $1 lakh. Ethereum is up, Solana is up, but Apple is falling. Why? Why is Apple falling? Alibaba ADR. Twitter is not trading because it is not listed. IBM down, Bank of America down. Something big is about to happen. The market is mainly the big players making position and the negative side. This is what I believe. This is what I think. My opinion doesn't matter or does not conclude on taking position in the equities market. You take your own decision, own understanding that will help. Dow Jones is 100 points up, 113 points. S&P 20 points, Nasdaq 88 points. Today Japan closed negative and DAX is trading at high 1.6%. Oh my god. What is happening? USD Euro GDP USD. Okay, okay, okay. Why is Euro gaining and dollar falling? Why? If anybody is watching, please like the video. Please like the video. So let's go global now. Egypt core inflation at 11.4% YoY in June, down from 13.1% in May. Okay, the percentage has come down for 2%. Mexico annual inflation eases in June. Copper core pressures remain. Extreme weather could cause 5% drop in Eurozone GDP, bank water watchdogs find. US crude oil inventory surge surpassing forecast and previous level. Wholesale inventories meet forecast with 0.3% drop, shows bearish outlook for USD. Mexican consumer prices rise 0.32 in the year through June. Egypt annual urban consumer inflation at 14.9% in June, stats agency says. Malaysia central bank cuts interest rate. Okay, Malaysia, good, good. Singapore must develop deeper relationship with China, USA, Europe. Home Affairs Minister. Okay, Home Affairs Minister. After US tariff, jobs hang by a thread in Bangladesh government sector. That you should have thought earlier. Sticking to a one sector is not going to help your country. You need to go and innovate. You need to enter into other sectors also. Too much of dependence in one single sector is not going to help you. China economy to top 19.5 trillion in this year, says state planner. Vietnam to introduce measures to cope with US tariff, trade official says. China CPI inflation rises marginally in June, PPI shrinks to 33 third month. API weekly crude stock sees unexpected surge indicating weaker demand. Consumer credit falls short of expectation, dropped to 5.1 billion. Let's read this what Reuters has written about Elon Musk. X tumultuous journey under Elon Musk. The CEO of X, Linda Yaccarino, said on Wednesday she would step down from the role in a surprise move ending her tenure at Elon Musk's own social media platform that has faced several controversies and challenges, including a marked exodus of advertisers from the site. Yaccarino was tasked with boosting advertising revenue and elevating the company's heavy debt loans. She helped implement new features such as rolling out a new video tab and expanding fact check via X community notes. X was on track to report its first year of advertising revenue growth this year since its acquisition in 2022, dating from research firm eMarketers showed in March that advertisers returned to the platform amid Mark's growing political influence. Here is a timeline of the events that shaped the platform after Marx announced its bid for X. April 22, Marx made an offer for X, then known as Twitter, for 43 billion in cash. May 22, Marx paused the deal, citing pending details on spam and fake accounts. Marx terminates the deal on July, citing material breach of multiple provisions of the agreement. July 22, Twitter sues Marx for violating his deal, asking a Delaware court to order him to complete the merger. Marx completes the deal to acquire Twitter for 44 billion. November 22, the company announces mass layoffs targeting teams responsible for communications, content curation, human rights, and machine learning ethics, among others. May 23, Marx names former NBC Universal Advertising chief Linda Yacou as a Twitter new CEO as the company tries to reverse a plunge in ad revenue. July 2023 Marx renames Twitter as X and unveils a new logo, underscoring a focus on building an everything app, marking an end to the iconic bluebird that became synonymous with the platform after 17 years. November 2023 marks endorses an anti-Semitic post on X that falsely claimed members of Jewish community were stoking hatred against while people kicked off the mass exodus of advertisers from the platform. X files an antitrust lawsuit against the World Federation of Advertisers August 2024 and several major companies accusing them of unlawfully conspiring to boycott the site and causing it to lose revenue. March 2025 marks AI acquire X in all-stock deal that values X at 33 billion. July 2025 Yacaruno stepped down an ex-CEO without giving a specific reason for the decision. Google says Discord our search result is unresolved. Risks you antitrust fine. Hello everyone, if anybody is watching, please like the video. Alphabet's Google, Nasdaq Google said it failed this week to resolve disagreement with the hotels, airlines, and specific research services such as Skyscanner over how it presents search results, putting it at risk of hefty European Union antitrust fine. At a July 7 to 8 workshop organized by the European Communication, this US tech giant briefed critics on its latest proposal to address EU antitrust charges of unfairly favoring its own services such as Google Shopping, Google Hotels, Google Flights over competitors. The landmark Digital Market Act seeks to rein in the power of big tech with violations subject to fines of as much as 10% of the company global annual revenue. Google offered two options at workshop, likely the last of the several, before the commission issue a decision on the company's compliance in coming months. In both options, vertical search services such as Skyscanner, Calco, and Booking.com could get a box at the top of the search page, while hotels, restaurants, and airlines could be ranked below them. Competition interests continue to pull us in different directions. Google lawyer Oliver Battle wrote in a blog post in LinkedIn on Wednesday. While we have invited feedback throughout this process, we now need to bring this debate to an end without the interest of a few being prioritized over the millions of people and businesses in Europe who benefited from search. Skyscanner said Google proposal need more work. The latest option on the table introduced significant changes, some of which risk misleading consumer and cementing Google's position at the top of the organic result. Its CEO Brian Batista told Reuters. Thomas Hopner, a lawyer who advertised some of the Google complaints, was equally critical. Google is shifting the focus to alleged tension between direct supplier and intermediaries, diverting attention from the root issue, its own non-compliance, which created these tensions in the first place, he said. Google is the parental leader facing new challenges. With valuation skyrocketing 2024, many investors are uneasy putting more money into stocks. Sure, there's always opportunities in the stock market, but finding them Feels more difficult now than a year ago. Unsure where to invest next. One of the best way to discover new high potential opportunities is to look at the top performing portfolios this year. ProPix AI offers 6 model portfolio investing.com. Marketing has started. Okay, GM backed Energy X buys lithium rich acreage in the US Smackover formation. Energy X lithium. This article is written by Reuters. Energy X, the lithium technology startup backed by General Motors, has bought 35,000 acres in the Smackover formation from Pantera Lithium, the latest dealer for access to US brand formation teaming with suppliers for the battery battle. The deals boost the holding of privately held Energy X to roughly 47,500 acres in Smackover, underground geological formation and stretching from Florida to Texas, filled with lithium-rich brine. It also underscores the growing interest in boosting U.S. production of the metal despite low market prices. Cavern and recent Wix has bought Smackover, joining ExxonMobil, Albemarle, Standard Lithium and other withholding in the region. Analysts estimate the Smackover could contain more than 4 million metric tons of lithium, enough to make millions of electric vehicles over the electric devices. Energy X 40 million agreement to buy the acreage in the southern Arkansas from Australia-based Pantera include 6 million in case as well as roughly as 2 to 3 million shares in Energy X that companies are valuing at 14.50. Each Energy X, which is controlled by CEO Tugu and has discussed a public listening in past Pantera, which itself had first agreed to buy the acreage in 2023, which will be a monthly shareholder in Energy X. The deal closes expected later this year. Energy X is also building a lithium and refinery in nearby Texas that will process lithium from a Smackover. Bring the company aims to uh, producing 12,500 metric tons of lithium per year by 2028 and 30,000 metric tons per year by 2030. General Motors, which led in 50 million financing round for the company in 2023, has the fight of first refusal to buy lithium from any project that EnergyX develops. All of the companies aiming to extract lithium from this Smackover, which will need to use direct lithium extraction, sometimes something that has never been done before a commercial scale. EnergyX, which also have applied for a lithium royalty rate from Arkansas official, who is recent weeks have approved rate for nearly lithium project from Exxon and Standard Lithium. EnergyX tried unsuccessfully last year to buy the Gallon lithium assets in Argentina, and consortium led by the South Korean conglomerate POSCO Holdings is EnergyX investor. Tesla investors ask board to set date for overdue annual shareholders meeting. Google says Discord over search result is under resolved. Crude is heading up. Crude is heading up. Let's look at the recent articles in investing.com. Nvidia becomes the first company to reach 4 trillion market cap amid AI boom. Just think about $4 trillion a company market cap. That is more than a country GDP. Bitcoin has crossed 109k dollars. Let's look at the economic indicators. The people who are looking this live video, please like the video and please subscribe to the channel. This supports me. This supports me a lot. Egypt's core inflation at 11.4% YoY in June, down for 13.1% in May. Mexico annual inflation eases in June. Core pressures remain. Extreme weather could cause 5% drop in Eurozone GDP. Bank watchdogs fine. What is happening in the currency market? ST Mary Capital debuted smart trading tools to turn market insights into action. Saint Mary Capital. 21 VC launches global macro dashboard to track market trends. Threshold Network BTC is now live on Swede, ushering in a new era for Bitcoin DeFi. Multibank Group announces early access waiting list for pioneering MBG token. NextBridge and NextPlace raise 8 million Series A to launch integrated Bitcoin capital market ecosystem. Status unveils first glassless L2 on Linear with 100% community yield allocation mechanism. Tumzup Media Board approves expansion into additional cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is currently trading as $109,000. Let's look at insider trading. What is going on in insider trading? Okay, guys. Kenny Anderson, KYN Executive VP, O'Neill buys 1200 430 12,430 in stock dollar. Okay. Ren Fund President Cheney buys shares worth 3061. Westinghouse Airbrake CEO Santana sells 378170 in WAB stock. Horizon Kinetics buys Texas Pacific Land shares at 1048. Sherina Therapeutics CSCO the Mori Edit sells 36855 in shares. Bluebird CFO reduced Q sells 451900 in shares. People's Bancorp Director Skiberger sells 31764 in stock. Resmet CEO Farrell sells 2.06 million stocks. Crosswood Strike Director Gandhi sells 3.2 million in shares. Merak TX CFO Forbes sells 378k in shares. Quantum Scrape Director Prince sells share worth 6.07 million dollar. TKO Group Director Nick Khan sells $1.68 million in stock. These are the insider tradings that I am talking about. DISC Medicine CEO Quasil sells 286k in share dollar. Venue Holdings CEO Ruth sells 103k in stock. Abdel Capital sells $9.3 million in Opinion stock. Carvana CEO Garcia Trust sells 4.78 million in CVNS stock. Carvana CEO Garcia Trust sells 4.78 million stock. PennyMac Financial CEO Spectator sells 504 in shares. ZipRecruiter Director Herrick sells 859k in stock. Roost Street's Interactive Director D. Marcy sells $6.7 million in RSI stock. FedEx Director Wolf sells 860k in shares. Great EM Strategies Partnership sells $165 in GEC stock. These are some insider tradings that happened today in 24 hours. Let's look at the company news. Follow me. Subscribe to the channel. Everybody who is watching, subscribe to the channel and share. I have been talking for nearly an hour now, and my throat is numb. And please subscribe to the channel. Everybody who is watching, Pure Cycle Technology stock hits 52-week high, 15.59 USD. This is big. 52 weeks high. Company stock is trading at 15.59 USD. Bold Venture Director receives shares in lieu of cash payments. Advanced Energy Industry stock sits all-time high at 139.39 USD. FS Bancorp authorizes additional 5 million shares repurchase program. Sinovac reports special meeting adjourned amid share visibility dispute. Ripple select VNY as a primary custodian for RLUSD reserves. So these are some company news. Okay, let's look at earnings. Let's look at company earnings now. Gigup shares drop over 7% as FY 2025 profit falls. FY 26 outlook holds flat. Everplay shares show on upbeat trading update new games acquisitions. Kongsberg shares falls 9% despite strong Q2 growth and record breaking. Companies are performing good. Jet 2 share fall 7% despite strong profit as narrow margin cost pressures. Okay, stock fell 7%. Jet 2. UK hunting raises dividend target. Announces 40 million share buyback. Okay. Saratoga Investment Corp earnings missed by $0.06. Okay, this is not an earning miss. It's a simple. Fell short of estimates. Should I end the live? Why are you people not coming live? From today, every day at 10 o'clock to 11:30, we will stream. We will stream live. We will look at the news headlines that will happen every day. 11:30, we'll close the stream. We'll start the stream at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock sharp, we'll start the stream and we end the stream at 11:30. It's 1.5 hour stream that will continue and we'll talk about the US markets and the news headlines. Germany Morse wants to stick to FCAS fighter jet agreement with France. Aero Verman received investment banking analyst rating. What might be the rating? Positive or negative? Read the article at investing.com. Trump, there is very good chance of settling this with Gaza. What you will settle with Gaza? After bombing Gaza, what are we going to settle? Settlement should happen before bombing, not after bombing. Dow is trading positive, S&P trading positive, Nasdaq trading positive, but not a huge movement. It looks like some people are making negative positions because the market is trading, is consolidating. Whether it will be a breakout or a breakdown, the time will decide. Nobody knows. Or the money flow, the big bees, the big bulls will decide. Will the market go up or down? The US market is damn liquid. Okay, the stream is nearly 1.5 hour long. Every day we will come and start our stream. Let me check. Okay, let me check 1 minute. Let me check. Every day will come at 12:30. Okay, 12:30 noon. We will come and we'll discuss about the market. Okay, every day at 12:30 we'll come and discuss about the market and we'll end it at 2 p.m. We'll end at 2 p.m. and I'm talking about the Washington time. Okay, DC, Washington DC, USA at 2 p.m. We'll start the, the live video at 12:30 p.m. and we'll end it at 2 p.m. That 1.5 hour stream, this will continue. Okay, every day 12:30 to 2 p.m. Washington time, we will start our stream and we will discuss what is going on in the market. Currently the Dow is moving up from being flat at 20 points to 150 points up. The Dow is looking strong. Nasdaq is looking strong. Crude is going up. Brent crude positive. Gold is positive today. Natural gas is coming down 4%. What has happened to the natural gas? We will every day do 1.5 hour stream. Okay. Uh, Dow is up. Please like the video. Every day 12:30 p.m. we'll start the stream and we'll end the stream at 2 p.m. Every day we'll start the stream at 12:30 p.m. and we'll end the stream at 2 p.m. Washington DC. Dow is trading as 44,390. S&P as 6248. Just look at Nasdaq 22975. Anyways, the video is going to end. Everybody who watched the video, thank you. Please like the video. Please subscribe the video. Please subscribe the video. Thank you. Please subscribe the channel. Thank you very much everyone for watching the video. We are going to close the video. We are about to close now. Thank you everyone.